Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Oh hey, it's California Raisin!
You suck.
So here we have Blot in the packaging, and I gotta say, he's the weirdest of all the Terrorcons to me. He doesn't really so much look like a monster as he does look like a block come to life. But that being said, there's his monster mode up there. There he is in his robot mode. It says Power of the Primes. There's his robot, or his monster mode again down there. He does look pretty bulky, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Kind of close-up of the artwork. There we go. There he is in the package, and there is his monster gorilla typey mode, and then there is Abominus, as per usual with everybody else. Yeah, here's the back of the package. Again, like all the other figures in this line, we get a one-line write-up. There he is in his robot mode and play gimmick. There he is in his kind of gorilla monster type mode. Right there, all the other Prime Masters. So if you want to pause and read this, you are more than welcome to. And there he is in his robot mode. That's how the play gimmick works right there. And there is his little monster mode. And then there are the other Prime Masters that are in the line. And that pretty much does it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Blot out of box and see what we think. So here we have Blot out of the packaging. And, you know, I gotta say, of all the Terrorcons, the deluxe ones, this might be one of my more favorites, if not my favorite. It's the most interesting of the monster modes, and it's probably the biggest, bulkiest, and most stable of the figures. Out of all of the toys, I have really nothing bad to say about the engineering of this piece. All the parts are nice and stable, they click together nice, they work well and do what they're supposed to do. Now, I do have his Prime armor on here, and much like Cutthroat, it's a two-tone Prime armor. Like, they've got the light purple and the dark purple, and I don't know why they did that. They should have just made it all one uniform color. But I guess I'm just a complainer. I don't know. Let me take the armor piece off. Now, much like the Dinobots, he's got this little panel right here that flips up to hide the little port, which I like. That's good engineering. It's got a little tiny Decepticon logo, which is awesome. But yeah, definitely a cool design, very neat. I never had this figure as a kid. I had a buddy of mine that had him, and I always played around with him. I don't know if he was supposed to be some kind of a golem or a monster gorilla or something, but he was definitely very cool. As far as articulation goes on the guy, very similar to the others. His head moves back and forth. It wiggles up and down just a little bit. And then his arms go out. They're on a ball joint up here at the top. There is no twist at the top. There's a ball joint at the elbow, so it can kind of go wherever. And there's slight movement on the hand, but that's really more for transformation. I do like how he's got the 3 claws, very Wolverine-like, which is pretty neat. There is rotation. I was going to say, is there rotation? There is rotation at the waist right there, just underneath. He kicks that far up. He kicks all the way back. He kicks all the way out. He has a twist with a mushroom peg at the top. There's the knee joint right there, and that's really about it as far as articulation goes on this guy. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I really do like the head sculpt on this guy. It's probably my favorite of all the Terrorcons. He's got the big boxy head, the red sunglasses, you get the little tiny Decepticon logo there on the chest. Silver paint apps look good, the yellow paint apps look nice. I like the red stacks on his shoulders, the purples are nice. He's got the 3 claws like Wolverine. His backpack is the most interesting. It's got one of those fake rub symbols on the back there for the monster mode, which again, why didn't they just give him a rub symbol? That's what it's supposed to look like, and just do it. I don't know why they didn't do that, but it is what it is. But overall, definitely digging it. The yellow paint almost looks like it has a translucent look, which is very cool. Looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I like the color choices here. He's got the 3 claws, again, reminds me of Wolverine, which is very, very cool. Not much going on as far as the paint apps go in the midsection of the figure. It's pretty much just the dark purple and the light purple, and I guess that works. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, I like how his monster legs fold up on the side. That looks pretty cool. Love the color scheme. The light blue on the shins, the silver on the knees look nice. He stands really well on the feet. I think that works. He's got the dark blue toenails on the light purple legs. That looks really nice. And then all around, he's just a solid figure. Not a lot of gappage, which is very, very cool. Again, I think he's one of the more solid figures of the bunch, both in paint apps and just general design. Overall, I'm happy with this guy. For comparison, here we have Blot with Dinobot Snarl, just to kind of show the comparison between the Dinobots and the Terrorcons. And again, it's about the same height. Snarl looks a little bit bigger because he's got his tail on his shoulders there and his big old fat legs. But, I mean, they're about the same height and about the same width. Now, Blot's monster mode is probably the most peculiar of all the Terrorcons. I never knew if he was supposed to be some kind of weird golem or some kind of smurf like in The Gate, or if he was supposed to be some sort of gorilla type of creature, which is kind of what I always thought he was. But he's definitely different. So let's go ahead and get Blot into his beast mode and see what we think. So here we have Blot in his beast mode, and he's a squat little dude. I always forget that his legs just flip up backwards onto his back. I always want to try to open them up for some weird reason. I'm like, oh yeah, no, they're just supposed to fold up backwards. Which is really kind of weird to me, but he's always been kind of a blocky little dude. I love how he's got these big red cannons up front. He's got his mouth and the head, and he's got these big kind of pincer type of arms, which is cool, the little purple legs. Overall, I think he looks really, really neat. His head opens up just barely. I wish the mouth was a little bit more articulated than it is. Love the paint job there. He kind of reminds me of Tankor. Really? Maybe Tankor was taken from him. But I love those arms. Very, very cool. And again, he's got that kind of fake Decepticon rub logo. Just put a rub logo on there, please. Come on, guys. But yeah, he's pretty much just a block. Very cool. Very reminiscent of the old G1 brick toy. Very, very neat. There he is. He's got this little butt, his little silver butt right there. But yeah, overall, definitely digging this figure. Articulation, I mean, he basically has the same articulation that he does in the robot mode with his arms. His pincers do close, though, so he can grip around another bot, and that into itself is pretty darn cool. Again, overall, I think in robot modes and in beast modes, he is the most solid. It looks good, nothing falls apart, all the joints work, and he does what he's supposed to do. So whoever worked on this figure in the Hasbro line, kudos to you, sir. So is Blot a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, again, if you're collecting all of the Terrorcons, he's one that you're going to want to get to make Abominus. To be honest, he wasn't my favorite Terrorcon as a kid. I always thought he was interesting and cool, but out of all the figures that we got in this line, I think he is the strongest action figure. All the joints are nice, nothing's loose, everything does what it's supposed to do. The paint apps are cool, there's a lot of them. His sculpting is good, the design is good. Overall, I'm probably happiest with him of the entire bunch, which says a lot for me, not particularly going goo-goo over this character. So there he is, Blot, from Transformers Power of the Primes.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.